Hello! So, I haven't made a video in a long time, but that's because I've been busy with a lot of games and just Christmas basically family stuff. But really, what I'm here is to talk about this. And this is Assassin's Creed Rogue. It kind of went under the radar a bit, but to be honest, I really do think that it is the best Assassin's Creed game since Brotherhood. What you've probably done is got this, which is Assassin's Creed Unity, which is a good game. However, Rogue's better, in my opinion. Now, there's a lot of things to do with Rogue what isn't in Unity. Now, Rogue directly ties into Unity, so it's better if you play Unity after, because then at the end you're like, what? Now, Rogue is kind of like a mix of 4 and Brotherhood together, because it's not got as much boating as 4 does, but it does have like the story of Brotherhood. Like in Unity, you have your Sword of Eden, which is one of the most ridiculous pieces of Eden around. Why is that a thing? Just get it out. Get it out of the game. We don't want to know about it. It's ridiculous. What I think they've done is they've developed all of these games at once, and they've been like, oh well, it's out, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, let's just sling Unity out, because we've been working on this for a bit, let's get it out now, instead of waiting for another year. I think Rogue was meant to be the one that was out now. It'd leave you for a year, and then you get Unity, and you'd be like, yes, get this, I love this. Pieces of Eden in Unity is probably my favourite. What it is the whole world is a piece of Eden basically, and there's pieces in major cities and continents what destroys the world. If you touch it and move it, it's kind of holding the world together, which is a better like story arc than Unity with, oh let's go and get this sword. The sword isn't explained, you don't need the sword. The sword's not a point of it. It just kills people in one hit. You don't need it. Characters in Rogue are more developed as well. Each character gets developed. Like Shay, who is the main character, is super developed. He's Irish, and he doesn't get drunk once. I think that one of the things that have put people off from getting Rogue is the fact that you're a Templar. Now, you're not a Templar for all of it. You're actually a Templar because you disagree with what the Assassin Brotherhood you're with is doing. What they're doing is trying to get to all of these pieces of Eden what are holding the world together, but they don't understand what's happening when you go to them. Your character, Shay, goes to Portugal, and you have to do all this stuff in a massive cathedral, and you open a path, and you go underground, and there's this massive like obelisk thing. You go up and you touch the thing, and you're like, oh, well, I've got it. Well then, it disappears in your hands, and literally, Portugal blows up. It's one of the best like directed scenes in an Assassin's Creed game. It's just you running all the way through Portugal while it's blowing up, crumbling around you, earthquakes, everything. It's amazing. As soon as I saw it, I was like, this is better than Unity. 100% better than Unity. Storyline is that the fact that you have to go against your Brotherhood just makes it that much personal, because you can understand where Shay's coming from. You find out that like the ideology of the Templars is not as bad as you think, because they're trying to stop the Assassin Brotherhood of colonial America to stop destroying the world, basically. One criticism I do have about the game is that the fact that you've still got to do this weird first-person bit of Abstergo, which I'm glad they got out of Unity, but you've still got to do it because it's basically a direct follow-on from Black Flag, which it was a huge major part in. But it does kind of like add a bit more depth to the story, but it's not really needed at all. You don't need it at all. I think that the setting of Rogue is one of the best settings as well. It takes you back to number 3, so part of it is in New York, and then part of it is in wherever the area is called, where your Brotherhood is in thing when you're playing as Connor. But the bit with the North Atlantic where it's all ice brings a different element to it, because your ship, the Morrigan, is already basically just decked out for destroying everybody's arseholes, basically. Because if a ship just comes up to you, you can just destroy it in about 2 hits. It's one of the most powerful things that you have in the game. It's just upgraded straight away to basically the full of Edwards in number 4, which is quite a good addition because you don't really have to upgrade it, because I finished the whole of Rogue without upgrading it a lot. I think I upgraded the cannons twice and the armour once, and that was it. And then I bought mortars because you have to, part of a mission. But that's it. And it's just a really nice relaxing thing to not have to worry about, oh, I need to upgrade this or I need to upgrade that. Because what's the point when you've got a ship? You don't have to upgrade it. Just get on with it. Just kill the enemies. That's all you want to do. You want to be blowing people up, boarding the ships. That's all you want to do. Boarding the ships is great as well, because you just don't board them, the enemies board you as well, which I didn't know about. And I was just on a mission and I was like, shit, I'm gonna die, that's it, my boat's gone. And then they rammed into me. I was like, shit, this is it. But then they started boarding me. I was like, what's going on here? But really, it was just amazing, because why was that happening? And it was just brought a new element to the game which I didn't really know that existed, because I know that I'd board their ships and take it for myself. I didn't realise they were boarding me. You get the same objectives and that, but it just adds a new layer to the gameplay. So if I'd rate this game out of 10, I'd give it a 9. It's a lot better than Unity. It's not got a weird crappy co-op function, it's not got online, it's 100% single player. It's just about the story, which lost its track after Brotherhood, which Revelations, it's alright, it's nice, it ties up at the end with Ezio and Altair and all that, but you don't really need that. You just want a nice solid story about one character and their journey. Doesn't matter who it is, what it is, even if you're a horse assassin. It doesn't matter, does it? As long as it's a good story, that's all you're bothered about with Assassin's Creed. If you've enjoyed this video, then don't have to like it, you don't have to subscribe, you don't have to comment. If you want to, then do it. It don't really matter, does it? I'm not forcing you. I'm only doing this because I've got a bit of a point to put across, haven't I? There you go. In a bit.